Hey guys, it's Isabella. Welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I watched Quantumania, so today I'm gonna do a review about it. Let's go. First things first, before I even start, there will be spoilers, and this is a 100% unbiased review. And also, look at what I got yesterday. AMC Theaters does this thing like every time a Marvel movie comes out, where it's like you can get something and then you could put your popcorn in here. They didn't put the popcorn in here, they just give me a separate popcorn. But I finally got one. Each time I've went for Thor, Love and Thunder and for Multiverse of Madness, because I really wanted the Multiverse of Madness one because it was like my favorite colors and it was like this cool cue. They've been sold out. So I was like, oh my god, it's a helmet. I have to get it. And I finally got it and I'm so happy. And it lights up, but I haven't taken out the tab yet. But we're going to do it right now and we're going to see how it lights up. Ready? Ooh, this is so cool. Oh, that's it? It kind of doesn't show. It's like in here. That's not that bad. That's actually kind of cool. Okay. I thought it'd be a little more light up, but it's cool. It's fine. I like it. That's so cool. Oh my god, I was so happy when my dad got this for me. Turning it off. But anyways, I just thought that was super amazing. And spoiler review, so let's go. I'll do non-spoilers first because I'm feeling pretty nice. It was actually a pretty decent film. The humor was actually pretty good. It made me laugh. It was entertaining. The editing felt a little off in the beginning. Like, it would go from one thing to another thing, like, really quickly, and it just seemed, like, too forced almost. And some dialogue was just, like, really? Like, we could do a little better. Come on now. But that being said, it was good acting. Like, there wasn't any bad acting. In recent films like Mom, Multiverse of Madness, I personally, and if you watch my videos a lot, you would know that I don't like America Chavez. I think they picked the worst actor for her. And that's not because I don't like the actor. It's because America Chavez is supposed to be a dark-skinned Latina, and as a Latina myself, I felt like the representation was really missed because America Chavez, her ethnicity isn't really, what is it, like, labeled, but everybody says that she's a dark-skinned Puerto Rican or Dominican, and America Chavez is played by a Mexican actor with straight hair in the MCU movies, and America Chavez in the comics is long, dark, curly hair, dark skin, and I felt like that didn't really translate over. And I felt like also her acting wasn't on par. We've seen a lot of young actors who are really good, and I just felt like America Chavez's cast could have been better in general. And that's just how it's going to be for a while until I see better acting chops for her in the future. But I will always be unhappy, I think, with the actor that they picked because I don't feel like it was right. But regardless of that, my whole point about it is there was some bad acting from that movie. And in this movie, oh, and in Thor, Love and Thunder, let's not forget that. But in this movie, the good news is that there wasn't. I never felt like lacking of acting or emotions. I felt really engaged. It was really funny. The acting was good. I mean, come on, we have Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors. Oh my god, you know, the acting from Kang was just spot on. You could feel his rage, you could feel his emotions. It was amazing. Now, I don't know if this is spoiler territory, so I will give a little bit of a warning, but let me just say this. Kang in the comics is a terrifying villain, and I didn't feel like that translated over into the film, per se. Yes, Kang intimidated me. Yes, I was a little scared of him. But I felt like he could have been more powerful. I felt like they shouldn't have beat him as easily as they did beat him. And they didn't even, like, beat him in a sense. They put him somewhere. And he got sucked in somewhere. But we don't know where he is. and we don't know if he's alive or dead. And in Marvel, you always know that means they can come back or be more powerful or whatever, but I just felt like it should have been more hard to defeat Kang. Yes, he was powerful. He did intimidate me, but was I scared? No. And that's how it's gonna have to be. I don't know. It was something lacking, and it was not Jonathan Majors acting. It was more, however, there was just like his amount of power didn't feel powerful. You know, I felt like we've seen this before. Like, I felt like if Wanda Maximoff came out of nowhere and decided to go one-on-one, Kang would be done in 2 seconds. You know what I'm trying to say? And Kang is supposed to be this big villain that's kind of hard to beat, and it didn't feel like that. Continuing further on, that has to be one of the biggest things, you know, that, and sometimes the writing was weird, like when Cassie was like, oh, don't be a D, to like the MODOK guy, and he was like, but I don't want to be a D, and it was just like all of a sudden he became a good guy, and I was like, that's a little weird, like that's off. Like in the first movie he was like a really like evil character, and now like coming into this movie, that's another thing too. MODOK's character was just like completely different from this movie to this movie. You know what I'm trying to say? Like in this movie, he was like a funny-ish character, but also like kind of intimidating. And I say that with air quotes because was he really? Not that much. A little bit, tiny bit, but it was just really weird. Like the way he was all of a sudden like this good guy. I just thought that was really weird. Let's see. Those are pretty much my negatives, like the editing in the beginning. After the beginning, it got better. And sometimes the dialogue just felt like we could do better. Come on, guys, we can do a little better. It was, and also I caught myself being like, oh, that's a little cliche, like, that's a usual trope, like, come on, let's, like, switch it up a little bit, like, let's add a little more. But that being said, I wasn't bored. I laughed a lot. It was entertaining. There was good acting. The visuals were stunning. I mean, like, for it being mostly CGI, and apparently a lot of people had a problem with that, I thought it was beautiful. Like, I thought it looked amazing. I think a lot of people are just hating just to hate. You can also, like, dislike some parts and also like it. And honestly, like, overall, like, I would watch this again. I would say this was 7, 8 out of 10. And you might think it's like, but you said all these things were bad. But I thought it was thoroughly enjoyable. When I watch a movie, it has to be thoroughly enjoyable. Like, I think we can't really get into it how many of these things, like, don't make sense or don't work, because it is a sci-fi movie. And if you're really taking your time of day to be like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, and then it ends up being, like, a 1 star, I mean, come on, you didn't even enjoy the movie. Like, you had to enjoy it before you, like, go into everything and, like, dissect it. But I digress, you know. I thought it was a really good movie. My friend who went to come watch it with me thought it was a really good movie, and I think people are just hating on this point just to hate on it, and I don't think it deserves it. I think it was pretty good. It was just like the first 2 Ant-Man movies. Like, yeah, I'll watch them again. Like, they're funny, they're entertaining. They're not my favorite by far, but they're good. They're not bad. They're not trash. They're not horrible like Mom was, or like Eternals was, because I kind of forget Eternals is even in the universe to begin with. That's all. I thought it was a really good film. I thought it was really good. I genuinely really enjoyed the film. I already gone over what I liked about it. Good acting, good visuals, good humor, and it was entertaining. It kept me wanting more. Bad thing was MODOK's character seemed a little bit displaced, a little bit not that much powerful, even though he's supposed to be really powerful, really scary. Didn't really feel that. Kang could have been more powerful, but now that he's sucked into that vortex, he could come back more powerful, which is why I'm not really, like, that's not a really big deal for me, you know? Some editing in the beginning felt a little off, some dialogue could have been better, the cliches could have been better, you know, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was a good movie. And not because I'm a hardcore Marvel fan, because I can sit here and tell you that the past couple of movies that have been coming out from Marvel have not been top tier. They have not been good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Thor, Love and Thunder, Multiverse of Madness, Eternals, like, and Black Widow even, like, they were all like, you know, but this is like the first time in a while besides Black Panther and Shang-Chi that I've been like, dang, that was actually a pretty good movie. Like, I kind of like that. I want to watch it again. You know, like, I wasn't disappointed. So that's the bright side. And now let's talk about these post-credit scenes for a minute. We saw the Council of Kangs, which I thought was super cool. It didn't get me as hype as I thought it would, but I still thought it was cool. Like, we're going to see all these Kangs probably come into these new movies that are coming out as villains, and then we're going to have Kang Dynasty in 2025, I believe, or early 2026. That's when the time slot is kind of put there. I believe it's May 5th, 2025 that they're trying to put it out. But, you know, that always changed. We just had the Marvels delayed 5 months, so, you know, but I'm still excited for everything. I'm very interested to see these new Kangs and these old Kangs from the comics come out. It's supposed to be really scary, but I'm really looking forward to, but I'm also kind of confused about who is the most powerful, because they exiled this Kang the Conqueror, but since he was so easily defeated, I wonder how they're gonna be this big threat if one of them was defeated by like 3 like insects. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and the ants too, but it's just like, for Kang, I felt like it would take something more. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he can go one-on-one. If he can go one-on-one with Thor and kill Thor, why did like 1,000 ants beat him? Are you saying Thor is as powerful as 1,000 ants? Thor from Thor Ragnarok or Thor from Infinity War as powerful as 1,000 ants versus Kang? But also, we don't know what level this Thor was at. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, these kind of things we need to figure out. These kind of things that we need to be, like, put out there. We need to establish power ranks, because right now it's all crazy. It's, like, different places. That being said, I thought it was kind of cool that you had, like, all these Kangs in there. Jonathan Majors does a great job at portraying, like, all these different kind of personalities and stuff. And I think he does a really good job. And lastly, we saw Tom Hiddleston in Loki. So excited! I love Tom Hiddleston. I love the Loki series. Everybody hated it, but I loved it. Like, it was amazing. I'm so happy to finally see him back. We've been seeing like these small, like 1-second snippets of Loki season 2, and I just like, I cannot wait until they dropped it. Like, Tom Hiddleston is he's my forever. Like, I love Loki. I mean, like, Loki is just like this timeless person. He's been there from the beginning, and he'll be here at the end. Like, that's just who Loki is, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to recast. I don't want a new Loki. I want Tom Hiddleston's Loki. And I'm so happy that we saw it put as a post-credit scene. And now we're going to get Jonathan Majors and Loki too. Like, we're going to be seeing Jonathan Majors so much with Creed 3, and with him making all these cameos as Kang. Like, good for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting his bag. But, that setup, that was super cool, and I can't wait for Loki season 2. I didn't think they did that the best way. Now, if they dropped a little trailer, a little teaser, that wouldn't have been too bad, but they did a little short snippet big clip, and that got you, like, wrapped in, like, you can't wait. So anticipation is high, okay? Good movie, 7-8 out of 10. I loved it. Go watch it. It's a good movie, and Rotten Tomatoes sucks anyways. They're always like 50% wrong. Like, on the terrible movies, they're like, oh my god, it's so good. And on like the actual good movies, they're like 43%. You know what I'm trying to say? So watch it, enjoy it for what it is, and then dissect it later. But don't go too much into it. Don't go too much into it, because it's a comic book movie. It's sci-fi. It's not real. Don't stress over it. It's a good, entertaining movie. Go watch it, please. That being said, like, subscribe, comment. I will try to post more, and I am going to post more. You know what? I am going to do it, okay? Because I love this channel, and I love people who watch it and who watch my videos and like them and all that stuff. Like, I love you guys so much. Goodbye. Go watch Antman. See you soon.